So I'm sitting here working on my sermon this morning, getting ready for the weekend, and just meditating on the word. The Lord told me to deliver this message to you guys. So if you're watching this YouTube video, it's for a reason. Listen closely to what I'm saying. The Lord wants to confront some things inside of you, but it's going to get a little bit uncomfortable for you because the things that He's about to touch, the things that He's about to bring to the surface, your flesh isn't going to like it. Your pride is not going to like it. It's going to mess with the way that you see yourself, all right? And he's doing this because he wants to bless you. He's doing this because he wants to bring you to the next level. So he needs to get you to confront some things, all right, and conquer some things before you can go to that next level. Now, some of you, that next level is going to be ministry. Some of you, that next level is going to be promotion. Some of you, that next level is going to be marriage and deeper relationships, more intimate relationships with friends. But in order for it to be a success, there's some things, excuse me, there's some things on the inside of you that God wants to touch and begin to prick and begin to bring to the surface. So when you start feeling like that kind of uncomfortable feeling, or you start having conversations with people of God, and it kind of, your flesh gets a little bit irritated because you don't like to see yourself the way that they're communicating to you, the things that they're addressing in you. You don't want to believe that you have a pride issue. You don't want to believe that you struggle with insecurity. You don't want to believe that you struggle with jealousy. You don't want to believe that maybe some of the things that you were taught were wrong. Some of the things your church taught you were wrong. Some of the views that you have are dysfunctional. You don't want to believe that there might be some prejudice inside of you. And so a lot of the things that they begin to bring up, you'll find yourself trying to justify why you see it this way or explain why, but God is allowing it to happen. It's like he's using the people and the spirit, and he's giving you a surgery, and he's cutting some things. And so like when the blood comes out when you get cut, all right, that's the same thing that's happening when the truth is coming to you. It's like, but you know what, I see what you're saying, but this is why. You just start trying to justify. You start, no, God wants to free you from that. And once he frees you from that, you are going to go to a new dimension. You are going to go a new level. Some of you, you know that you have gifts. You know that God has called you to do great things, and you have a desire to do these things. But the reality is, we all have blind spots. And so what happens is, imagine right here, my perspective is limited by my feelings. My perspective is limited by my knowledge of what I have, or what I know, or what somebody taught me, or what I've been through, or the color of my skin. So that shapes the way that I see the world. The problem is I can't see what's to my left right now. There's a table over there, right? And on my right side, I got the AC, I've got the couch, but I can't see those things. Somebody from the outside looking in, they can see what you can't see sometimes. And you have to have the humility to realize that maybe I see things a certain way, right? Because the way I was raised, because of my experiences, because I maybe got some bad information along the way, or just because of dysfunction in my personality or family. And so what happens is, what God is trying to do is, like, somebody gives you the truth, and it's like broadening and opening your perspective. And the reason that God is trying to do this is to protect you, because you need to be able to see to the right. You need to be able to see to the left, so you can be more well-rounded, and also so you're not ignorant to Satan's devices. If I can only see this way, then the enemy can blindside me from other sides. So God is bringing things to the surface to expand your perspective, to give you more wisdom, so you can walk in the blessings that he's about to give you, right? And so if you're the kind of person where, somebody's trying to give you truth, somebody's trying to give you, and you just get offended and you get upset, you're never going to go to that higher level, all right? Because you're just stuck in your own ways. The Bible says, lean not to your own understanding, right? I'm going to follow my own understanding, right? I'm going to lean to it. I'm going to go in this direction because I can't see this way. This looks like the good way to me, but maybe God wants me to go that way. Maybe there's some things about me that I see myself so highly that I need to change. Maybe I see myself and I'm just so big on operating in the gifts. I'm so big on wanting to prophesy. I'm so big on wanting to get the mic. I'm so big on wanting to be the platform. But then there's things about my character that need to change. There's things about being modest. There's things about being humble. There's things about having compassion. There's things about showing grace. There's things about showing love. There's things about, yeah, I'm gifted, but am I being a reflection of the love of Christ? And God wants to do that in all of us. And it's a continual journey. Nobody has arrived. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is sitting there like, oh, I'm just this perfect reflection of Christ. Everybody has issues, flaws, blind spots, shortcomings. And this is where we have to move in mercy and grace. And then also, of course, still disciple. Are you able to be discipled? Or do you think that you just have all the answers? Are you able to sit there and take correction to the Lord in prayer? Like maybe you don't agree, but do you have the ability to say, you know what? Even though I didn't agree with what the person said, even though I don't agree with how they said it, let me take it to the Lord in prayer, because what's most important for my life is, am I in the will of God? Is God pleased with these areas of my life that were getting brought to the surface that maybe I didn't want to admit? And that, my friends, is the believers, the Christians, that God is going to use in a mighty way in the last days. Because you're allowing God to continually do surgery on you and remove what needs to be. See, people just want to get there on their gift. God wants to work on your character.